Don't judge a book by its cover, they say. It's really true when it comes to the Brooklyn Superhero Supply Store. My name is Mark Fletcher. I'm the owner of Tower Systems. We make point of sale for small business retailers. Also own News Express, which is a marketing group of about 200 really innovative retailers here in Australia. I was really lucky a few weeks ago to get to see the Brooklyn Superhero Supply Store. I mean, I didn't know what it was. I just happened to be walking past it and it looked interesting. And I stepped inside to a world that was absolutely fascinating. It's not only a shop, it's a writing center, an educational center that's educating elementary school kids, primary school kids how to write and to have their works published while they're there visiting the store. Absolutely fantastic. It's created by a non-profit literacy program that's been around for a number of years, and it lets a couple of thousand kids a year go through its program on engaging in the process of creating writing and exploring creativity generally. But let's have a look at it from the context of the shop experience. As you step up to the shop, this is what you see. Brooklyn Superhero Supply Company and Youth Writing Center. You know, I didn't know what it was. The window had some pretty funky products in there. I want some inspiration. I want some intelligence. I want some chutzpah. And it looked pretty cool. I thought, that's interesting. Ever vigilant, ever true, be a superhero today. Who doesn't want to be a superhero? So I went inside. There's an A-frame out the front that talks about a summer camp, about writing programs and things like that. Absolutely wonderful experiences for kids to get. You step inside the store and it says the store's being monitored by sentient ghosts. Shoplifters will be unmercifully sent to an alternative dimension. And immediately you know this is kind of something cool, something fun, and something different. The shop itself is completely set up to take you into this other world. There's this area called the capery. You can go and choose your cape down here from the stand, and then you go and step up the stairs, and there you are. You're in this situation to have your photo taken. But wait, there's more. If you look above there, behind the sign, see that fan? They can turn the fan on so your cape billows out and the photo looks absolutely fantastic. Really, really wonderful. And it's a place where kids can go and immerse themselves in the creativity of that superhero experience. Absolutely fantastic and fun. There's an area where you step up and look out onto the street. This is the other side of that photo earlier from the front window. And it's another place where you can sort of play and just wander around and have a look at the products. There's this section here where it kind of looks like a newspaper, but it gives you more information about what you can do and how you can engage with it. And it shows there where you can see superheroes at work. This is kids who are in the room at the back doing creative writing and things like that. You've got shorts that kids can buy to be superhero shorts. You've got cards, really nice small selection of cards that are fun to give kids in this situation. You've got the superhero gloves that you can buy and put on in all different sorts of sizes to go with whatever superhero outfit that you happen to be making. You've got a range of games and gifts and toys that engage with this whole creativity and inspiring situation. There's a section that looks like it's a warehouse that's full of all sorts of items related to the superhero experience. And then this is a photo actually from their website. And it shows you the learning section that's behind. So behind the shelving that were in my photos, you've got this kind of classroom set up where kids can go and spend 2 or 3 hours and create their own creative works and print them out and have them published while they're there in the shop. So it's a shop, but it's a learning experience. It's a shop and part kind of school experience as well for these kids. You've got all sorts of items here, repair kits and sewing kits and things like that. You've got something that looks like it's a section from the garage at home where you've got different sorts of tools. But in this case, you've got different badges and things like that you can buy, whether they're badges that you sew on or case notebooks or badges that you stick on, all sorts of fun things that you can buy. And then you've got these surprise tins. And in the surprise tin, there's all sorts of weird stuff, as the sign says. And it just looks fantastic. And they also have a surprise tin that you can see through to get a sense of what might happen to be inside. You've also got these jars that you can buy. You can get 1 pint of inspiration, or you can get chutzpah. These are all jars or drinking glasses that you can buy and have at home and take a bit of the experience home. Just absolutely fantastic. It's a completely fresh and engaging experience, really entertaining and a whole lot of fun. What I found about it that was really interesting was it presents itself on the outside as this superhero supply store. And sure enough, you can go in and buy, costumes that aren't branded. There's no Superman or Spider-Man or Iron Man or whatever costume. None of those exist there. So your kids get to create through their own imagination whatever superhero they see themselves as being, which I think is fantastic. There's also the school connection, so school groups can go in there too. And the whole experience is about leveraging imagination and really nurturing the imagination experience for kids. It's a shop, but it's not a shop. It's a retail situation, but it's a classroom. And that's what really excited me about it. It's a very different sort of retail setting. And it was a reminder that superheroes don't need to be these massive, mega brands that are driven by movie studios and toy companies. Superheroes can be everyday people. And this shop is very much reflecting that and nurturing that feeling. The fact that it's also nurturing the creativity side of the kids by encouraging them to develop and write their own stories is just a wonderful, wonderful thing. So it's purpose-driven retail. It's not-for-profit retail. So we kind of can't compare it to a traditional for-profit situation. But it's purpose-driven retail, and I think that's really interesting. And there's no reason why, as everyday retailers, we can't learn from this. Consider the immersive experience that they provide, which is just fantastic. Consider how you're encouraged to be engaged with the shop, touch and feel and put on and try on and have your photo taken and do all of those sorts of things rather than no browsing here or don't touch that or whatever. And also how, and it's hard to describe, but when I was there, the staff were quite, gentle in their engagement. They weren't intrusive, but they would answer any questions that you happen to have. I thought it was fantastic. It was a wonderful experience. I'm really glad that I got to see it. And I think there are some things to learn from an everyday retail perspective. So that is the Brooklyn Superhero Supply Company. I hope you found it interesting. We'll talk soon.